What's up, legends? I'm here in Charlotte, North Carolina, here to attend Collecticon the next 2 days. I'm super excited to be here for two primary reasons. One, of course, it's always great to pick up some new cards for the collection and possibly to flip, but probably most importantly, these events are great for connecting with people in the community. So I've already been able to do that in the last day or so, but I'm super excited to meet even more people today, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's head down to the convention center. It's a pretty short drive for me out from Charleston, so I got in about midday yesterday and got to immediately grab some lunch with several guys in the community, so that was cool to meet a bunch of new people, and actually most of them are actually vending at the event, so I actually got to go and see the event space ahead of time, help them set up a little bit, and yeah, just kind of hang out. So then after I was able to get checked into my hotel, I actually met up with a bunch of them, actually way more. It was probably a group of like 20-30 of us over at a public house. We got some drinks, got some food. Yeah, just got to meet a lot of different people. We stayed up way too late, about 1 a.m. So I'm like really tired right now. I'm kind of a little bit late heading over to the convention, but that's okay. Yeah, the main goal right now is we're gonna be sourcing some cards, hopefully to get graded. I always have some cards in the back of my head, cards that I would love to have for my personal collection, but I would also consider to be pretty liquid that other people are also interested in. So if I can grade a bunch of copies of them, I'll pick the best one for myself and then sell the rest. So yeah, we'll see what we can find today. Hopefully we can find some good solid raw copies of cards. Man, this line does not end. It's stretching all the way around the block, around the corner. I haven't even gotten to the end of it yet. Wrong, but based on the crowds and based on how long the line was to get in here, it feels like this is much more crowded and much more packed than the Orlando Collecticon, which I don't know, it's definitely not fun to stand in lines, but overall pretty encouraging that there's that many people interested in collectibles and specifically Pokemon cards. Like literally 95% of the stuff you find here is Pokemon. The guys from Pokenomics and Oaks Discord have this enormous section over here. We're gonna go say hi real quick, then we'll look for some more cards. How's it going, Dan?
Hey, good, how are you?
Morning, Merz.
Hey, how's it going? Good morning.
What's up, man?
How's it going, Luke?
It's going well.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Nick. Hey, how we doing? Good. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hey,
how are you doing? Good to see you, too.
Here's kind of a
Well, as usual, it's super overwhelming. I've already seen so many cards, and I've probably only scratched the surface of all the booths that I can be looking at. I've already seen several things that I want primarily for my collection, but that's not really what I'm supposed to be here doing. I'm supposed to be looking for stuff to pre-grade and to flip. So hopefully I can use my money wisely. But yeah, we'll get some stuff pretty soon. Just trying to scout things out, see what they have here. How's it going? It's Luke.
Hey, it's good to see you, man.
Good to see you too. How you think to be here?
Yeah.
found Pokey Diz.
I'm here.
Hanging out.
Hold on, M's over here too if she wants to come in.
And his lovely wife.
M's over here too.
Yeah, I'm Luke, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Love his content.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Love yours.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Since we got baby coming, we got to go a little slow. So I'm gonna see how many of the slots in my vintage binder that isn't a hollow that I can actually find.
All right, that's awesome.
We'll see. It's
you
not
complete
crazy, but you know.
No, that's awesome.
It's something.
Well, congratulations both on getting married and getting pregnant. That's awesome. It's a blessing. It's a challenge, but yeah, you guys will love it.
I know. We're excited.
All right, let's go get a bite to eat. So I'm actually taking a little bit of time right now. I definitely am kind of more of an introvert, and so being around all these people definitely does drain me after a little bit. Not to mention my back is killing me. I've kind of had a bad back since high school, kind of an old snowboarding injury. So standing and walking around for extended periods of time doesn't work so well for me, but hey, I'm here for 2 days, so no big deal. Just take a little bit of time just to be by myself, grab some coffee. I really need to wake up for the second half of the day, so we'll get back to it in just a moment.
How's it going, dude? How you doing today?
Doing all right.
Yeah, looking for anything in particular, or just perusing? Getting some B-roll?
Perusing at the moment, but I am mostly looking for raw. Did you have binders? Or
Solid. Yeah, these two binders are mine, and I've got some singles spread out randomly.
Sweet. I feel like it looks good on the front, but the back is a little more noticeable.
Yeah.
All right, I made my very first purchases. So first of all, at one booth, I was able to find a Unigaba Espeon promo card, which Espeon is my favorite evolution, so I definitely got that to get it graded, but it looked like a really clean copy. It was definitely cleaner than any of the ones that I had gotten from my packs, so I went ahead and pulled the trigger on that one. So that might be a flipping play, but we'll see. This particular vendor also had some of the 25th anniversary Japanese promo cards, some of the ones that I need for my master set, so I went ahead and picked those up as well, and I was able to kind of bundle them together to get a better deal, so I paid about $45 for all of those together. And then just now, I actually stopped by a booth that didn't really have any graded cards. Actually, they had like 3 Celebrations Charizards. I've been looking for one of those because I think that could be a good play. Of course, Dan Catch 'em All Collectibles is always talking about it, so I figured might as well give it a shot myself. So yeah, I think I found a really solid one. Looks really clean, and they were asking 85, but I talked them down to 75 because I'm paying with cash. That's definitely a tip. If you can, bring some cash because people are more willing to work with you if you have cash. And that's another thing I wanted to mention is if you are wanting to source cards for grading, obviously if you find a booth where most of their booth is graded cards, chances are they've already looked through all of their singles to find the good ones, and so they're selling the ones that are probably off-centered or have some whitening. So find the sellers that are not really selling very many graded cards, that you might even find some that have 0 graded cards like the one I did for the Celebrations Charizard. So yeah, we finally got some stuff today. So the convention doors closed around 6, and afterwards we headed over to the Omni where they were holding a trade night. So this was a very interesting experience. It was very kind of dark and kind of stuffy in there. I did get to make a trade. I actually met a guy, Professor Birch, who gave me a Legend of Zelda pack to open, which is actually pretty fun. I actually pulled this awesome Link card right here. But yeah, in there, it was just too dark. You couldn't really even see the cards that you were trading. It was really loud, not really ideal. So I kind of headed back out to the lobby. And it turns out a lot of people had that same idea because I found them chatting and opening some Pokemon card packs. So some guys were passing out some Japanese Pokemon Go packs. So I got to open one. And let me tell you, this was a lot of fun getting to open up packs around other people. It's not something I get to do very often. Of course, I get to do so on the channel with you guys. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. Just hanging out, getting some drinks, and opening up some Pokemon cards.
Again, just a lot of really great people, very welcoming group of people, a lot of great conversations. Got to end off the night, I found this awesome card in someone's binder, this Poncho Pikachu half art. I've been looking for this card for quite a long time, so I ended up purchasing that, and that was a great way to end off the night.
Alright, Legends, well, it is day 2. I've been having a blast so far, so we got a whole other day to try and source some cars today. Thankfully, there's no line outside, because as you can see, it's a little bit rainy today, but let's go in.
You can take them out and take a look at them.
Alright, thank you.
$15 a grade.
Yeah.
Crazy how many you got. This is probably what I'm looking for here. He's probably like the best person to buy them from, honestly. You need for a bundle?
50.
Alright, cool. Fair enough.
Does that work well enough?
Fair enough. Well, that was the end of the convention. Definitely had a good time. Looked at a whole bunch of cards. So I didn't pick up anything crazy today, but we did pick up a few things. I think I got a CGC 9.5 of the Illustrator Charizard, a really cool card, and one that I think has some potential in the future. And of course, I could cross it over to a CGC 10 with the new label if I wanted to. Also found a pretty nice copy, I think, of the Stained Glass Birds promo from Hidden Fates. That's one I'm always looking for, because I want to have one in a high grade, and I feel like it's one that people are always looking for or interested in. And lastly, as you saw, I actually went by Jake Pokenomics booth, and I actually picked up a bunch of Baby Shiny singles from him, which is kind of funny because he's kind of known for kind of doing that play and kind of getting a bunch of those. But I really love those cards, and I'm actually trying to complete a Hidden Fates master set, so I needed a lot of those for my master set. Well, next up, I'm heading back to my hotel room for a bit, and I'll probably meet up with the crew at some restaurant for dinner. So that'll be nice to get to see a few more people. A bunch of people are still going back home today, but I'm here for another night at least. So yeah, that'll be nice to hang out a little bit more.
So all of us in our shorts and graphic tees all congregated over at this awesome fancy steakhouse. We were definitely underdressed, but they kind of stuck us in a back room. But man, a really delicious steak I got to enjoy, and lots of great conversations as well. And we also got to celebrate Weedle's birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
But the fun did not stop here. We actually went back over to the Omni in the lobby just to hang out and get some drinks. Got to open up some other packs. Actually, Jake handed out some Harry Potter packs, so I got to open up one of those. I didn't really pull anything, which is totally fine, but it was really cool. Actually, one of the guys there did pull a Ghost Rare, which they look really sweet. I wish I would have taken some video to show you.
Nothing.
And then PK was actually going around selling these $10 packs that he had actually resealed himself. and he wanted to challenge the person to see if they could tell that it was a reseal or not. And I will say they looked pretty great. So the way he did it, he actually packed up some modern packs, but included a hit that doesn't really belong in that pack. So as you can see, Lord Pokesmoke pulled this Feraligatr that is definitely not from this set. I figured I'd give it a shot myself, and I actually pulled this really sweet Rapidash from Obsidian Flames. But by the way, this Rapidash is not from Obsidian Flames. It's actually, I believe, from Fire Red Leaf Green. Again, just love getting to hang out with these awesome people, and it was a great way to end off the trip.
Well, Legends, thanks a lot for joining me this weekend at Collecticon. I really enjoyed the convention, and I really enjoyed being here in Charlotte. It's a really cool city. I had never really spent much time in the downtown area, even though I've been here several times. And also, I really enjoyed getting to meet many of you watching here today, and I look forward to meeting many of you at the next one. So, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe below to support the channel. I think you may want to check out our recap of our Orlando Collecticon experience and any other conventions we've visited here on screen. And lastly, I want to let you know that no matter what you're going through, you are not alone. God is with you, and He loves you, and we do too. I'll catch you next time.